Good morning, YouTube. It's me here to post a morning vlog, and I really don't know what I'm going to talk about. It's very early in the morning. I know smoking's bad, whatever. And I am up because I'm going to be going to work soon. Work. I could talk about work. I'm a waitress at Denny's. Okay. I think it should be a law. Like, for real. I do think it should be a law. That everybody in the United States is required to be a waitress for at least 1 year. It'll cut back a lot of people's stupid shit. Alright, so I've had some very interesting customers. Man, I could talk about this all day. You know what I hate? Is those customers that come in. Okay, Denny's is a restaurant where you wait for the host to seat you. You don't walk in and just go sit anywhere. That's usually how a restaurant with a, waitressing is, right? Well, I'm gonna fix this. Okay, what I absolutely can't stand. Oh, I hate this. People who come in and, you go up to them and you say, smoking or not, and they say, they state their preference. You lead them to the appropriate section and put the silverware down on the table. And I hate it when you seat them and they say, oh, actually, can we sit over there? And they point to another table. And I'm like, dude, y'all need to go to Burger King to have it your way. Okay? We ain't Burger King. You come in here, you sit where you're sat, because we seat in rotation of the waitresses. And when people do that, we have to let them sit wherever they want, so then the waitresses get out of rotation. Oh, and the bad tippers. We get a lot of old people that come in there. No offense to old people. I love old people. I think they're great. They actually humble me quite a lot. But one thing I don't like about them, and this is probably, stereotyping, but it's my experience with waitressing, is that the old people tend to come in, order coffee. Coffee is one of the worst drinks to have someone order, although it's the most ordered, because it needs to be refilled all the time. When you get busy, it's hard to do that. But they come in, they order coffee, of course. Then they order the senior, whatever, and usually order a super salad before the meal. So then I gotta get them the super salad. Before I can go to another table, I gotta get that out right away. They're generally pretty nice, elderly people are. But no matter what they order, they leave about $1, maybe $2 as a tip. Always. I very rarely have elderly people tip more than that. It's like they tip the normal 10 to 15%. Although tipping standards have gone up, you know how they are. Being a waitress has really, really taught me a lot. Whenever I go anywhere now, I try to tip. I went and had my oil changed the other day, and I was freaking out in my car. I had to call like 4 different people to get a hold of someone and ask if you're supposed to tip the guys who change your oil. Because I don't know. I had no clue about tipping etiquette before I was a waitress. And holy crap, you guys need to tip well. I'd say nothing less than $3 is a good tip. Unless you come in there and get coffee and that's it. But even then, you sit there and drink coffee for a few hours. I've had a lot of people do that. Come in, drink coffee, maybe order like fries or something. So their bill is about $2.50, whatever. or less, and they leave like $1 tip. That's all great if you stay there for about half an hour, drink your coffee, eat your fries, and leave. But you get people that come in there and take up a table for like 4 or 5 hours, and you got to refill their coffee constantly, bring them more cream and sugar, whatever. You gotta think about stuff like that. Then they still only leave $1, and you've been waitressing on them for like 4 hours. We do get $2.33 an hour. Some of the people I've had. Wow. I actually had this lady yesterday. Well, not yesterday, the day before. I couldn't believe this. I had never run into this before. As I walked by her table, I had just taken her order. And I had a table behind her. So I took her order, put it in, went to the table behind her to take their order. She actually put her arm out like this and goes, "Stop sign." I was like, "What?" Oh, yeah. I had this girl the other day. She was like, "I don't know. I don't really want to make fun of people, but okay. It's really cold here in Wisconsin." She came in, and I sat her because we didn't have a host that day. It was a slow day. And I sat her in my section, and first thing she says to me is, okay, her teeth stick out too. I was like, "Can I offer you a beverage right away? Maybe some hot coffee or a cold soda?" She goes, "Can you make it about 40 degrees warmer outside?" I'm like, "Nah, I wish I could," trying to be nice and whatever. Got her a drink. Went back to take her order. I'm like, "Are you ready to order, or do you need a moment to look over the menu?" She goes, "Can you make it about 40 degrees warmer outside?" I'm like, oh my God. Then I took her order. When her food was ready, I brought it out, set it down in front of her. I was like, "Does everything look okay? Can I bring you anything else?" "Can you make it about 40 degrees warmer outside?" I'm like, wow. Then at the end, I went back to check on her, make sure she's okay, give her a bill, whatever. She goes, "Can you make it about 40 degrees warmer outside?" I was like, are you kidding me? Wow. So yeah. Anyway, I'm on Social Security, disability income. That got cut because I'm a waitress. They cut my SSI like in half. Now I understand I don't want to be on SSI anymore. And I'm working on being able to get my degree and get a job good enough that I can actually afford to live on my own without it. It just cracks me up how this government works. I get food stamps. That's a whole other vlog in and of itself, but I was getting about $50 in food stamps, and they lowered me down to $10. $10. I'll be sure not to spend it all in one place. So yeah, let's see. My brother, he was in the hospital this past week. He's a paranoid schizophrenic. I live with him. And wow. He thinks that people watch him through the walls. And I always tell him, he's not that important. He's not cute. I tell him it'd be different if you were like a half-naked Jessica Simpson. People might be watching you. But all this guy does is sit around, smoke cigarettes, and drink soda. I'm like, dude, that is not fun to watch. Nobody wants to watch that. So, whatever.